We just finished making a video on cashew cream, which is what we have here. I did go and blend it a little bit longer. For those of you who watched the cashew cream video, I didn't do it so much on the video because it's very loud, but I did blend it longer, so that is a little bit smoother, and as you can see, it's definitely thickening up. Let's see. For those of you who did not watch that video, my name is Vanessa Leszek. I am co-founder of Parkinson's Disease Nutrition. My business partner and best friend, Teresa Kitchens, and I started Parkinson's Disease Nutrition in April of 2019. We formed it as a nonprofit to be able to get information about nutrition and foods to people with Parkinson's at preferably no cost. We go around, we do community talks for free throughout Arizona and California. We do them online through webinars or pre-recorded videos, and then they can call in and ask us questions and we can discuss it. We do one-on-one consults, which we do charge a fee for, but we can do that over, again, the internet via Skype or a Zoom call or FaceTime, or in person if you're in Arizona or California. We do live cooking classes here in Arizona and in California. We've started this online cooking class series, which I'm hoping will be a good way to get the information to people, especially during this quarantine time, so they can, you know, kind of cook along at their own pace in their own homes and learn a couple of really good healthy recipes for ingredients that you need to be adding into your diet, and then taking, you know, other ingredients out of your diet that aren't so great for people with Parkinson's, or really anybody. Our organization is primarily plant-based. We do promote whole foods, organic, fresh fruits and vegetables, grains, nuts, seeds, beans, a lot of beans. So with that being said, we try and let people know, yes, you can still have the things that you're having. However, due to research and just what we found throughout our own research that we go through, people should be eating a primarily organic, whole foods, plant-based diet, adding more fruits and vegetables for fiber and easier digestion, antioxidants, all of your vitamins and minerals, and then trying to avoid the meat and dairy products that aren't so good for your body, that research has shown to cause diseases and really acerbate your diseases, cause inflammation throughout your body. So that's what we do. We don't ever prescribe a specific diet to anybody, but we just talk about what you can do to help yourself, your body, your person with Parkinson's, maybe your spouse, your children, whomever it may be. All of our research is done in Parkinson's. However, as a whole, this is just a better way of eating and treating your body. So that was my short little intro. Went a little bit too long. We are going to now make some cheese sauce. So for those of you who subscribed to the live webinar that we were going to do online starting today, April 5th, I'm sorry we did cancel that part of the live action because it just got way too packed, and I lost, you know, because we are on lockdown, I can't really have my business partner come over and help moderate the questions and stuff. So it's going to be way too much for me to handle on my own, on top of making the videos, or, you know, doing this information and providing the handouts and stuff. So I do apologize for that. We will have a live Q&A question session in the next week or two, or it will be a little bit shorter, maybe like 30 minutes, and we will only allow so many people to attend each one. That way we can give more of a one-on-one, answer all the questions without too much chaos in the background. And then could you imagine, you know, 100+ people using a blender at the same time? I don't think any of us would have liked that. So I clearly didn't think it all through before I launched the program, but I am glad I launched it. These videos are not going to be professional. I'm actually not even going to really edit them, because if I do that, I will never get them online to you guys, and I really feel like the content is more important than me being a perfectionist in this moment in time. In the future, maybe we'll have much more perfect videos. Right now I just want to get these out to you guys so you can cook for yourselves during this time. Use some of the ingredients you may have on hand with you. I think one of our classes will be, what do you have in your pantry right now that we can cook? That will be one of those live Q&A questions. It'll just be a very shorter duration of time. Okay, So we're gonna do cheese sauce. I have this fancy little hot plate burner thing. It comes with a nice big skillet that goes directly on it. I'm going to use it with a different pan from my kitchen. And we're going to cross our fingers that this actually works, because my kitchen is very small and it's really hard to cook in there. The lighting is terrible and you can't see anything. Okay, so because we do promote a plant-based diet, we try and tell people to get away from the dairy, especially the dairy. There is so much research with links to dairy and Parkinson's. If you want that information, you can reach out to me specifically, or you can go on our website and some of it is up on there. I am going to include our dairy talk that we do at support groups. It is mostly on dairy, avoiding it, what it does for people with Parkinson's, and what are some swap outs. And that will be one of these videos in the series, is non-dairy substitutions. So for the nutritional yeast, those of you who did subscribe, you got the recipe for, the cheese sauce that uses nutritional yeast. That's why I said that. For those of you who did subscribe to the class, you will get that recipe. You should have gotten it. If not, it'll be attached to another email when I email you all the links to these. So I'm going to use my cashew cream. I'm going to move this out of the way so you can actually see what I'm doing. I'm just going to take about half of my cashew cream, which has thickened up and it's so much smoother. I make cheese sauce quite a bit for the kids because I do try and get them to avoid dairy. So we use this on nachos, in mac and cheese, on potatoes, as a dip for chips. Gosh, you can use it on anything, really. It's just going to substitute a hot cheese sauce. Put it on your chili if you want. Really, in a quinoa bowl, all kinds of things. So there's two different kinds of nutritional yeast I have here. A lot of you are from all over the world, so you might not have a Natural Grocers. I believe Natural Grocers is local to Arizona. They sell nutritional yeast in a prepackaged bag. At Whole Foods, I know you can get it in a prepackaged bag, or you can get it in their bulk bin. At Sprouts, I believe you can get it from Bragg's, who also makes liquid aminos. They make it in kind of like a shaker jar, like a Parmesan cheese jar. And then at Trader Joe's, they have this little cute bag. I believe this bag is $1.99. And this one is just nutritional yeast. Sometimes you can get it fortified. This one is fortified. So this has some potassium, thiamine, riboflavin, niacin, vitamin B6, folate, vitamin B12, and some zinc, along with fiber and carbohydrates. When I release this video, I'm going to add some nutritional information on nutritional yeast. It's just a really good cheese substitute. It kind of gives you what they call an umami flavor. So it's like a deep, delicious flavor. It's a little bit salty, it's a little bit sweet, it's got a little tiny bit of a tang to it. It can be used in pasta dishes in substitute of like Parmesan cheese, although it's not as strong as Parmesan cheese. You can put it in your salads. You can put it on popcorn. So this kind of reminds me of like that white cheddar popcorn that you would buy, the powdery cheese that's on it. This is kind of what it is. Or like a boxed Kraft mac and cheese powder. That is very similar to that. So it's just like a yellow gold fish food looking type of powder. It's delicious. It smells nutty. Okay, so I'm gonna add, this is way scaled down from the recipe you all are gonna have. You can cut it in half if you want. You can multiply it. This cheese sauce will stay good in your fridge for about a week to possibly even 2 weeks. Because we are using that cashew cream that has that lemon and salt in it, so it's already a little bit self-preserving. I'm just gonna add 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. A teeny tiny little pinch of salt. This is my salt dish. It's a clay pot from a plant-based yogurt that I really love. The yogurt is called Kalina. They've moved away from these little pots. They now put them in little glass jars with screw tops. Pretty fancy, and you get to reuse it. I'm gonna add about a 1/4 cup of milk. I happen to have some cashew milk on hand. I think we also have almond and coconut in the fridge. A little bit of coconut oil, which I don't have a spoon for. Hold, please. As prepared as I think I am, I'm definitely not. I'm just going to add about a tablespoon of that to this. It'll help thicken it up, especially coconut oil, because coconut oil solidifies when it's cold. And then it'll give it just a little bit of an oily, cheesiness to it, because cheese sauce usually has oil in it. And then we use liquid aminos. If you don't have liquid aminos, you could use a soy sauce, you could use a tamari, you could just add some paprika and a little bit of turmeric, some cumin. Any of those spices will help. It's just going to give it a deeper flavor. If you do any of the spices, just a tiny sprinkle. Because this is just a tiny bit that I'm making, I'm just going to use a little splash of this. These are coconut aminos. I like coconut aminos. I like soy aminos. But coconut aminos are a little bit sweeter. I get this at Costco. It's $10. It's organic. It's gluten-free. It's a little bit sweeter. It's not as salty as soy aminos. And then it has vitamins and minerals. It's just a really good soy sauce substitution. Okay. Sorry for the loud noise. I'm going to blend this again. And again, you can use a blender, you can use a Ninja, like the little tiny Ninja cup, you can use a magic bullet, you can use a food processor if you have that. You could probably just stir all this up with a fork if you wanted to, as much as possible. You don't have to even use a machine. Whatever, you could put it in a glass jar and shake it really well. Whatever is easiest for you. To mix it really well, blend it up however it's easiest to mix for you. It's just a little bit thinner than that cashew cream was, and then we're just going to cook it. The pan work. We're going to cook it, I think, for like maybe 10 minutes. You just want everything to get warm and mixed up. Cook it off a little bit. None of this actually has to be cooked. I'll try and show you again. I'm a one-man show over here, so I can't really zoom in and get closer to the camera. But this is what it's going to look like. So as you cook it, it'll all melt together. It'll thicken up a little bit, and then as it cools, it'll get thicker because of those oils. So you should have a nice thick creamy sauce, and the consistency will be again similar to the cashew cream. So now you have a cheese sauce and a plant-based sour cream. You can go ahead and make those nachos. Okay, so that's our cheese sauce. It's going to look like this. Cook it off for a few more minutes and put it on whatever you love cheese sauce on. Thanks for watching our second video. Of course, if you're watching this, you might not even be watching them in order. But thanks for watching this video.